If your job accidentally sent you $2,000, would you have sent it back? Stay tuned as we talk about counterfeit. All right, welcome back to another episode of Claire Hair. Today is February 1st, first Sunday. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I really have a lot of big plans for Spiritual Sundays. Keep me accountable. I'm supposed to be posting every Sunday at 12 p.m. So, it's been a while. When I say it's been a while, I mean as in like it's been a while since I felt this energy, this level of, I wouldn't say confidence, but just this energy towards the subject. I feel like as you guys have been watching my content, if you've been with me for the last 5 years, like there's always been certain times where I was like, this one I kind of put energy into, another one I kind of don't. But this is like the first time in a while that I feel so energized. I have a list of like 20 different topics I want to talk about on Spiritual Sundays. I'm thinking about possibly spreading it to Spiritual Saturdays as well, but Sundays just feels like perfect. So story time, Tell me why I got a sign-on bonus, which is of course is a blessing. I got a sign-on bonus of $2,000, right, at a previous job. A job in the past. So I got a sign-on bonus of $2,000, right? So tell me why this previous job from that previous job ended up, they ended up accidentally sending me $2,000 by accident. So what ended up happening was that they did some code in payroll and they accidentally sent me $2,000. Now, this to me, first things first, I think of God as a God of abundance. So I never for 1 second thought, okay, I'm gonna, you know what, my germs, like my money, it's crazy because I never thought that I should keep this money. I never thought it. And I really, that to me, because sometimes I feel like, I was like, certain people I see whose faith is strong, I was like, dang, like, I don't think I'm really saved, Like, I was like, dang, like, some people's faith, they're really strong. I was like, I need to be like that. But it was honestly the first moment I said, I'm calling. So I called, I emailed, and like no one was picking up. And I was like, I felt like that was the enemy basically saying, I want to see if you I really want to see if you're a good person or not. I felt like I was in my Job era for Job era for a little bit, not like him, because it was the boils on the skin for me. Like that was just one of the things that Job went through. The book of Job, please go read it. But honestly, it was insane because my sign-on bonus at my previous job, the thing about it was like my sign-on bonus, it was halted. They actually forgot about it. So I feel like in ways as well that we have a tendency that we're just like, okay, well, God, let me hold on to the 2,000 for my other job. It's not your money. It's not your money. And one thing about it is just that my actual sign-on bonus ended up coming at my previous job. I ended up getting it, but it was just crazy that it was the exact same amount, like to the dollar, to the letter. Like, isn't that crazy that it was 2 weeks before I was supposed to get my sign-on bonus. Isn't that crazy? Like, to me, I feel like when people be saying like God's not real, I was like, listen, I don't know what else to say. I don't know how many episodes I have to make, but for me to get the same exact money, and God is very intentional, for me to get the same exact money, like that tells me that the enemy knows more than we let on. And not exactly the amount, but it could have been any amount, but I feel like it wasn't a coincidence. This was a perfect test to see, am I going to truly trust what is intended for me? Am I going to truly trust what's intended for me, but really trust in the fact that this is a test, but also knowing that what's yours is yours and what's not yours is yours. Like, I don't know, me personally, what other people would have did. I don't care. I wish they would do the same thing as me, but like, as in like, I wasn't doing it based as like, see, I'm a good person. I'm gonna, like, it wasn't like when I was like, I'm a good person, I'm gonna it truly just felt like, oh no, my dad got me in 2 weeks. This is y'all money. And then my thing too is that it's an energy as well. Whenever it's time to truly leave a season behind, that's including people, that's including money, any type of way like that. Like, I truly feel like when it's time to leave a season, you need to be obedient, because just don't try it. Because I've tried it where I was just like, let me hold on to this. It's gonna be worse. Like, it hurts so. I remember I held on to a friend. We'll talk about friendships too. I'll save that for Women's Month next month. But like, it was a friendship I was holding on to, and I know I was holding on to this friendship, and it made it worse. I was one of the worst years of my life. But honestly, I really want y'all to know, like, with this story being a true story, like, learn from this lesson that he got you. Like, if your dad said he's going to give you $2,000 in 2 weeks, you're going to trust him. You're not going to sit here and take this, what, counterfeit. So that's today's topic. I have on here, disobedience and desperation is where a trash life begins. And desperation and disobedience, it will always make you susceptible to a counterfeit. I truly feel like, I know it's going to sound very mean, but I'm going to say it. I truly feel like a lot of divorces, a lot of breakups, they're all from you dating a counterfeit. This is not the person you're supposed to be with. Every single person I've heard of that's truly in a happy marriage and truly with that person, like that's truly their person. It's not from desperation. It's not from disobedience. I promise you, and I can put this on my everything, when you're with somebody, it's not supposed to hurt. There's no love hurts. No, it doesn't. Counterfeit does. I don't know how to say this. Like I honestly, I don't know how to say this, but I have on here too, is just that people like to live in their imagination. All right. And I can say from my own example as well with counterfeit, like I truly am surrounded, like if they're watching this video, I'm truly surrounded by a great group of friends who not only hold me accountable, but who are truly on fire for me. I never have to worry about, oh, is this person just getting close to me to get my game card, which has happened several times. And they realize that the game card is unattainable because it's not from me. Okay. That's not from me. But I feel like that's where people live. People live in their imagination. For example, I'm gonna put myself out there. For example, there's been plenty of times where I think I have a friend, but when it comes to my birthday, they're silent. And it's not even the fact about them being silent. It's being the fact that when it's their birthday, all of a sudden their memory works. Hey, can you come out for my birthday? My birthday is annual, if God will have me. Like, my birthday is annual. You know when my birthday is, but when you're with a counterfeit friend, you start living in your imagination. And if you can live in your imagination, you can easily be love bombed. You have to understand the only way as a woman, especially women, men here and there, but especially women, the only way for, like I'm getting close to the screen, the only way for you to truly be heartbreak proof is you have to be love bomb proof first. And love bomb comes from, let's bring it up again, disobedience and desperation. Okay, so one of the things too is just that with love bombing is just that someone should not have to tell you anything you haven't already told yourself or validated yourself. I'm definitely going to speak about spirit of rejection because I definitely battled with spirit of rejection. I feel like all women battle with it, but like I feel like I specifically battle with spirit of rejection because spirit of rejection is how you end up having friends who do not care about you because you're trying to make this person. This tells me I need to make a video about friendship. We'll do that. But my main thing is that with a counterfeit, if you're with a counterfeit friend, someone who kind of pretends like I said, love bomb you, kind of pretends like they like you, kind of pretends like they're your friend, but they're not truly your friend. That's how you end up with a counterfeit. I also have on here too, men as well. Men, I was like, oh, I'm coming for hey, XY chromosome, I'm coming for you too. Men as well. I feel like men end up being with a lot of counterfeit women. Now, mind you, we are some actresses out there. Okay, there are some actresses out there, but I also feel too, like with men, like I do feel like men end up being like, oh, I thought she was this type of person, but she wasn't, and I'm so frustrated by this. She was pretending to be one thing. I was like, were you truly looking? Were you truly listening, or were you truly just going based off of your emotions? Because we go back to what? Imagination. We go back to what? Disobedience and what? Desperation. There's so many times where you've seen, for example, we'll do Steve Urkel, perfect example. Steve Urkel was never supposed to be with Laura, right? Laura Winslow, like he was never supposed to be with her. But because of his what? Imagination. There's so many times that she proved time and time again that she does not like this man. She's not feeling him. He has to change himself. That's another thing. This is another thing that goes back to being a counterfeit. He's being a counterfeit version of himself. And so now she's like, oh, okay, well, I like that counterfeit version of you. I was like, I promise you, the person who likes you, who's truly supposed to be with you, they're not going to want a counterfeit version. They're going to want the real version of you. But if you have what again? Disobedience, you're still with somebody who you know you're not supposed to be with. Steve Urkel still fought after Laura, even though Myra RIP, rest in peace. Like, even though with Myra, she fully showed that she liked him as his nerdy self. But yet here he is again with his best desperation and being disobedient of what the person that he's supposed to really be with. I have on here too, like just men in general. Men have a tendency that they don't want to speak about things, but they also don't have safe places. So I definitely understand how counterfeits can get through. So my final thoughts, with the bonus story, like honestly, like you always hear about it on TV. So-and-so's boss has accidentally paid them money that they never paid them in the first place. Like you always hear like on BBC or something like you always hear these stories, but you never think it's gonna happen to you. And I can put my hand up here and say I never thought once to be like, I'm gonna keep this money. They put me, and I really had really bad experience with this job too. I'm gonna keep this money as reparations. I never thought for a moment. I was like, if it's not, I was like, I need you to know. And I have on here too. 2 Corinthians 5 through 6, 5, 6 through 10, casting down imaginations and every high thing. And I never in my imagination thought of what I was going to do with this money. I never in my imagination thought, oh, this is God telling me getting his vengeance for me. The vengeance is living better. The vengeance is still being alive so you can change, so you can grow. That's the vengeance. And I know, because me, I was very much, you go low, I go down, but it's just, there's so many examples that I can say of, I felt like I really was getting a counterfeit. And I can say that if I didn't have the discernment, I would have never been able to be like, okay, something's not right. I would have never sat there and thought, okay, something's not right. Like I really don't know if this is from God or not. You want to know how I know it's not from God? When I called payroll, they didn't even know they charged me. Okay? They didn't even know they charged me. This is a $1 gazillion company. They didn't even know they charged me. It's a test, okay? And I think too, another thing too that goes into counterfeit is that it's all about your heart posture. I just learned that word. That'll probably be another topic I want to talk about, but heart posture is very expensive because you can't fake your way through it, okay? You can sit there and say, oh yeah, I have a good heart posture, but then when you see somebody who looks the opposite ethnicity from you, frown. No, there's no such thing as hate or prejudice when it comes to truly loving your fellow brothers and sisters in Christ. Or vice versa, if someone's hair doesn't look good, if somebody is not as attractive as you and you look down on them, that means your heart posture isn't right. Because let's say, for example, I would be like, oh, this is reparation. That means I can sit here and say, hey guys, I'm good, I follow God, but my heart posture is incorrect. Because when you can't be as God. Listen, I tried to. I tried. I was like, you can see me. Dang. But it's just, you can't like bull crap your way through. You can't. That your heart posture will give it away each time. That's why it's very easy for counterfeits to get mad at me. Counterfeits hate to see me coming because you can't be inauthentic with me. I'm going to be able to tell because you don't look like family to me, okay? People who are inauthentic are not my family. They are not one with me at all. One day, once they realize they can stop faking, they can fake with everybody else, but they cannot fake with me. Counterfeits, big thing, the ways you can quick ways that you can get counterfeits to not even bother you is truly be genuine. Counterfeits hate that. They're like, wait, not you method acting. They have to read a script. People who are counterfeit, they have to read a script of what they're going to do today. Everything is performative. It is a whole acting guild. Everything's performative. That's why with counterfeits, it's very hard for a counterfeit to get to me because I'm too genuine that I'm going to run you away anyways. I'm going to start asking questions. I'm going to start saying this person does not do what I do. And then this is the final point too about counterfeits is you want to know what really pisses a counterfeit off? You want to really piss a counterfeit off? Saying and doing what you said you're going to do. Counterfeits hate that. That's why it's very hard for me to have a counterfeit come by because you're on a time scale till the discernment kicks in. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to pray and be like, hey, Lord, can you please clear my vision? Once I say that and let me know if this person is who they say they are, you will come to me in a dream. It's over. You will come to me in a dream. I will always, I've never had it where I've never knew people's intentions with me, not known a person's intentions towards me. You will be in my dream at 2:00 tomorrow. Okay? But like I said, watch out for the counterfeits out there and think of abundance. Like, your dad got you. Stop thinking that, oh, I gotta cheat to do this. But don't subscribe, share. It's Claire Hair.